Hello guys. Welcome to another video, another podcast. And today we have to get into T Grizzly because if you don't know, essentially an OTF slash 600 member is essentially accusing T Grizzly of paying for his aunt's murder. Now, why do I want to get into this? Why am I breaking down, T Grizzly's whole situation? This is because when you actually look at everything going on, this actually isn't a surprise. As a matter of fact, people should actually be expecting more of these rappers that are linked to OTF, linked to 600 to actually start getting arrested if they've done anything with these OTF and 600 members. Now, why am I saying that? That is because essentially, as we know, most of these celebrities that are getting locked up, they cannot be trusted. I've also seen the video about T Grizzly talking about his aunt. To me, there was nothing that could be proven in that video. He did look nervous, but anybody would be nervous in that situation, in that line of questioning. So I don't really use that video to try to, dictate the whole situation. But from what I will say is that, it's not uncommon for the backdoor method to be applied on people. And that is essentially is everything is pointing towards T Grizzly, Yogi Bear himself, backdooring Auntie Yogi Bear, which is, basically, well, what everyone is thinking is happening, which is a very sad situation. They have pictures here, but from what I also heard is that T Grizzly was participating in a bit of the Alabama stuff. He was, participating in some weird stuff with his aunt, which is essentially part of the reason he did what he did. And all I have to say is you can't be doing this weirdo shit and then trying to bring your whole little OTF, little Dirk buddies into your whole weirdo stuff that you got going on. You see, that's exactly why shit happens and niggas get locked up for the weird shit they did, and then a whole follows and ensues. And you got T Grizzly, you can tell he's kind of like a slow ass nigga. I ain't even gonna lie. You could see it on the nigga's face, but yeah, as you can tell, I mean, really a grimy situation. And do I think he did it? I'm not 100% sure. I'm just saying, everything is kind of looking towards that T Grizzly basically probably did it. Now, is there anything else I have to say about this? Yes, because I actually was reading, some of T Grizzly's lyrics, and he actually does have a lyric which kind of implies that he did get, someone backdoored. Yeah, as you can see, this first one here, T Grizzly's song about backdooring his auntie. And yeah, there's lyrics where he's basically saying he might have done it himself. And not only that, but what I also wanted to get into was this dumbass 600 member. He was caught with a murder weapon and in the stolen vehicle. Straight up. And when what he is saying here is that T Grizzly put him up to it. And that's, the whole problem here is that the main dude you got to do it was caught with the evidence is the main dude saying T Grizzly is the one who did it. The fans can try and say, oh, well, T Grizzly's denying it. The issue here is that you have someone who, has one, no reason to blame T Grizzly. And two, if he was making it up, it'd be obvious. Three, T Grizzly's lyrics are essentially correlating with everything happening. Four, you're hanging out with the dude who backdoored you, allegedly backdoored your aunt. I'm sorry to say it, but T Grizzly should have just, he should have accepted whatever weird exposure was going to happen, but, he didn't. And now T Grizzly, you can see this one, you might end up, his first day out might be in 80 years. His first day out might be never, depending based on how this goes. And this is the video that got viral that went famous because, T Grizzly got accused of, getting his aunt pregnant.